Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of In Our Prime. I am one of your co-hosts, Priscilla Loomis, 2016 Olympian, and lots of other things, joined by my wonderful husband, Ken Loomis.
What's up, everybody? Play the cool intro. Dun, 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 dun.
Welcome back, everyone, for In Our Prime. We are so excited that you are joining us for our 5th episode. Yeah, it's exciting. We're moving and grooving. I feel like
we're grooving and moving.
From the start and where we are now, a lot has happened. So I feel very, very blessed that we are doing well. People are enjoying the podcast and YouTube. I feel like we're getting better reactions from the podcast, though, right? I feel like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're visual people, so they might like
are.
us, the faces and whatnot.
Yeah, we are. And we've had some pretty amazing guests, so that's really exciting.
Yep.
And you know how we do this. Our first topic is usually something about our marriage or our relationship. And it's something we actually spoke about today on the morning show, the morning radio show that I work at.
98.7 The Coast.
Good job. Way to plug that in, babe.
Plug it in like an outlet.
And Wednesdays, we have Marriage According to the Morning Show. And so my co-host is married as well. And he's been married for about 20 plus years. Ken and I have been married for a year and
20 plus days.
couple days.
Well, here and there.
So I posed a question about jealousy in a relationship, not just necessarily marriage, but jealousy in a relationship. And if people thought it was healthy or unhealthy. Move your mic back just a little.
Move it back?
Because you're a little loud. That's down.
That's up. So back.
Just move this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Like
good.
That.
So I posted the question and I also talked about it. I talked about it a lot and in different capacities. So when most people think of jealousy in a marriage, they think purely physical.
Okay.
Like, do I get jealous of women hitting on you? Do you get jealous of men hitting on me? And I think there is a way to have healthy jealousy in a relationship.
I think jealousy overall is a good thing. It's a driving force.
I wouldn't say it's I wouldn't say it's a good thing.
It is.
I think it's healthy.
I think not just in relationships, but in everything, life, business, jealousy is great.
I think
you need it.
I think, yes, it drives you a little bit. Yep. You're right. And it keeps it because when girls notice you, I'm like, yes, that is my man's. Yes, he is desirable, but he's all mine. And that kind of helps, I think.
Okay.
And I said this morning on the radio show, I don't think you have any jealousy at all. I don't think you've ever been like, why is he looking at my woman like that?
Oh, see.
Grr.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not jealous.
You're not a jealous person.
It's the opposite. If a guy's not checking out my wife, it means my wife's a dog and she's gross and she's hideous and she's a yucko.
A yucko?
But yeah. So like when a dude checks you out and I notice him checking you out, I'll just be like, yeah, babe, game respects game. That's my woman. Thank you for checking her out. You just gave me 5 cool points. I'll just add them to my bank.
Yes.
And then the next guy that walks by checks you out again. That's more cool points. And at the end of the day, I got all these cool points because my wife's a baddie.
At the end of the day, I got all these
But if a dude looks at you, it's like, whatever. Like, all right. Like, I wouldn't be good.
Yes. I think
so. Someone's like, oh, yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah.
check out that girl there. Yeah, like cool, she's hot.
I
You
look.
want people to check out your girl, I think.
Oh, okay.
Almost you're not showing off. You're not bragging.
You're
But you
allowed
are.
to. I feel like
But you
that's
are.
it's a healthy brag. It's a good
Yeah, it's like,
brag.
oh, here's my, MVP trophy. Yeah, I want you to look
Whatever.
at it
Yep.
because I'm
Whatever.
that dude.
Yeah.
So
Whatever.
here's my smoke show of a wife. Check her out because I'm that dude.
And so I read this article on it's called mindbodygreen.com. And so they were talking about what healthy jealousy can look like. And so yes, someone is giving flirtatious vibes to your partner. Another one was your partner is giving flirtatious vibes to someone else. But then it got really interesting, and it says your partner is bragging when you're in a rough place. Now,
What do you mean?
so it says that hearing anyone brag about their success can be really annoying, but in the context of our relationships, we usually want to be there as a sounding board for some bragging. We want to feel happy for our partners when they succeed. That being said, there are extenuating circumstances. Oh my gosh, extenuating circumstances.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Maybe you had a bad day at work. Maybe you're experiencing a bout of depression. Maybe you're sick or anything like that. And so hearing your partner succeeding when you're feeling subpar can produce jealousy.
We can.
So I always thought about this because I feel like you brag about what I do. And
That's because you don't.
You're absolutely right. But I just feel bad because I don't know if I brag enough about what you do.
Okay. I don't think what I do is braggable.
I think it is. I just
Not
don't think
splitting the
if I
atom
knew.
here.
I'm not splitting the atom here either.
You're an Olympic athlete.
Okay.
It's like people who went to the moon, people who went to the Olympics. Like that's it.
There's no.
Yes.
I don't think they're comparable, dear.
Yes. There's
I
like
don't
12
think so.
people who've been to the moon. Less than 1% of the population
Yes,
has
you're
been to the
absolutely
Olympics.
right. You're absolutely right.
So yeah, that's if you're in the top 1 percentile, that's braggadocious.
Braggadocious.
Yeah,
What a
brag away.
word. The other jealousy format is someone mentioned something about your partner that you were unaware of.
What do you mean?
So it can be painful when we learn something about someone. We learn from someone else something about our partner that we are unaware of, as in your mutual friend tells you about your partner's insane talent or something along those lines, and you just didn't know about it. Now you're jealous of that person because you're like, well, how did they know? Like, how do you know this about my partner and I'm the partner?
So if Susie just came out and said, oh yeah, Priscilla can juggle, and I'll be jealous of Susie because she knows you juggle and I don't.
A little bit. I mean, obviously it's not juggling. That's not something.
Hello, juggling is hard.
Oh, I know it's hard. Oh my gosh. I just, but it's so difficult if I could talk to you about this because you're not a jealous person at all. You are so secure in exactly who you are.
You're making that seem like such a bad thing. You really are.
Something else that they say is your partner treats another activity like a second relationship. And I think this happens a lot when it comes to like gaming. A lot of guys take their gaming very, very seriously.
A lot of guys take their gaming very seriously because it is probably their best getaway. Sometimes you work with the kids, the wife, the lawn, all this other stuff, taxes, the mortgage, the electric bill. Sometimes you just want to call of duty and shoot people and like, hey, we got a campaign going of 5 minutes. You ready? I'm logging in. It's just it's a great mental escape.
Okay.
That is. It's a mental health thing.
I got you. Your partner goes on a trip or has an experience that you weren't a part of. How do you feel about when I go away for track meets and stuff?
For the track meets, I used to think, man, she lives a life. And then I went with you on track meets, and all we do is just like lay in the hotel and practice. Like you're not touring anything, partying. It's a business trip.
Okay,
So I'm like,
before
I could-
that, did you get upset that I was traveling the world?
nah, it's part of your job.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you're not like when you're in Paris, you're not like, oh, I'm
yeah,
hanging
I'm
out
not.
with French guy eating bread and
Yeah.
looking at the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, I'm there. I go to a hotel. I go to a track. Come back to the hotel. And I sleep. So I'm not jealous of that.
Your partner treats their friends with tremendous attention.
Friends are like family.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's like, it's so normal to you. Like, it's a part of who you are.
Friends are more family than family.
Wow.
In most instances.
Well, they pose a lot of different, scenarios, but I think
because you could choose to love your friends. If I don't like that guy, he's out of my life. But my brother, my cousin, whoever, like I'm stuck with them, no matter how great they are or not. Like if Timmy's being a jerk, I could get rid of Timmy. He's my friend. I could cut him out of my life. But my Uncle Mark, got to see him on Easter. I got to see him at Christmas. I got to see him at Gam's birthday party. It's just like I can't get rid of Uncle Mark.
You know what? I think a certain amount of jealousy is healthy. And I posted this question on my Instagram, and more people said, no, it's not. Because I think people don't know what healthy jealousy looks like. I think they think they only associate jealousy with unhealthy and bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people need to change that, because yes, I want women to look at you and for them to be like, damn, I wish I had him.
And he's a pretty piece of white chocolate.
Yum.
Mm-hmm.
But so I guess it's a little difficult because you're not a jealous person at all.
Now, if we go to the bar and some guy buys you a drink, I'm like, sweet, I just saved $5. That's amazing. Buy her another. Give her 3.
And so this episode of In Our Prime podcast and YouTube segment is brought to you by Abond Wines. I am super excited to be partnering with this company. They are extremely hands-on and involved in how they make their wine. And from devining and crushing to the barreling and bottling and corking the wine, like the whole process, they're super hands-on. And I love this partnership because I love wine and I love that they're local, and that when you buy from this company, you're getting a piece of, themselves, their hard work, their dedication to the brand. So they really truly care about their customers. They treated me with such kindness and love. I got to actually speak to one of the owners. And so we're super, super excited to be partnering with them. Check them out at Abond Wines on Instagram, and try it out for yourselves. They now ship in Philadelphia and New Jersey. So if you want a little bit of a custom and, really something great to bring home and enjoy, you got to try out Abond Wine. Welcome back. The second part of our segment is always about a current event topic. So, Ken, what you got for us?
Yeah, so it was recently announced that the MLB, Major League Baseball, will be removing their All-Star game this summer from Georgia, and they're most likely going to put it into Denver, Colorado.
Because
they're doing this after Georgia just passed their new voter restriction law, depending on what side of the aisle you're.
Okay.
Yes.
Voter restriction.
Yes. So Georgia, about 3 weeks ago, a month ago, passed a new law for voter security, air quotes, because they believe that there are so many fraudulent votes, and they want to prevent fraudulent votes from happening again. So basically what happened...
let's be blunt.
So
let's talk about the
Georgia
parties.
has been a typically conservative Republican state.
Yes.
But over the years, it's getting more and more liberal.
Okay.
Whether it's Tyler Perry Studios, filming down there, there's more liberal diversity in Georgia. So in the election, not only did Georgia vote for Biden instead of Trump, but both of the senators that ran in Georgia, the Democrats won, not the Republicans.
Oh, there we go. All right. So tell me the blunt version of what's going on.
All right. So what happened in the presidential election in 2020? President Biden defeated President Trump in
Okay.
Georgia. And there's that phone call from President Trump calling like the Georgia Attorney General, I need you to find me 11,000 votes. Find me votes, find me votes. Obviously, can't just find votes. So Georgia voted for Biden. Biden won
Okay.
Georgia. That's rare and not normal, common that Georgia votes Democrat.
Yeah.
They usually vote Republican. Not only did Georgia vote Biden, but the people of Georgia also voted for 2 Democratic senators over the Republican Party.
Gotcha.
So the Republican lost the White House and both Senate candidates. In the 2020 election, the Department of Homeland Security came out and said this was the most secure election ever. So no widespread voter fraud.
Yeah,
all
there's
that
no
stuff.
voter,
Exactly.
whatever he said. Yeah.
But the Republicans in Georgia, as well as now other states, are putting forward laws to basically limit minority voting. But they're doing it in the disguise of voter fraud, voter security. Georgia passed this law, and it really cut back on how minorities vote. Try to win the war that way.
Okay.
On the election. So the MLB, Major League Baseball, was like, you know what? If that's how you're going to act, we don't want to be associated with that. So they are moving the All-Star game out of Georgia, and it's causing a little bit of an uproar because now the people in Georgia are like, well, that's $100 million that we're probably going to lose out on because All-Star weekend, restaurants, hotels, bars, all that stuff.
You know what? I think it's important to stand for something.
There's precedent. In 1993, the Super Bowl was moved out of Arizona to Los Angeles because Arizona did not declare Martin Luther King Day a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So the NFL was like, if you're going to be like that, we don't want to be tied in you. Now,
Okay.
Arizona later approved it, and they got the Super Bowl in like 96. So they said, okay, we'll give it back to you. But there's precedent of these events.
It's one of those things where, yeah, you need to stand for something because it's wrong what they're doing.
Well, and I've said this before, our current political system is so messed up. But our Republican Party are the New England Patriots. They are not afraid to bend the rules in order to win.
Which is crazy.
But it's a win at all costs method. And you do. If the Republicans didn't do that, they wouldn't win. There's many systems in place.
Think so?
I know so.
So cheating is the only way that they can win.
It's not cheating if it's legal. So they're making it legal to do what they're doing. But between the Electoral College, gerrymandering, our election day not being a federal holiday, now you can't even offer food and water to people waiting in line. That's part of this new law. It's illegal. So if you're waiting in line to vote for 6 hours because they only have like one voting center per county, and if I say, hey, would you like a snack? Want something to drink? I could get thrown in jail for offering you food or water. It's now illegal in election day to do that.
It's a shame.
And they're hoping that, okay, most Democratic voters are poor minorities. Therefore, they'll just urge them not to vote. Or, hey, you don't want to wait in this line. You can't eat or drink for 6 hours, so you're going to starve.
So wait, you can't bring anything in?
Well,
you can't bring your own water? Like a book bag or a purse?
From what I recommend, or what I remember, I should say, yes, you can bring your own. But it's like 6-8 hours in certain places to vote. They are trying to discourage you from voting because if there was no electoral college and whoever got the most votes won, Trump never would have won in 2016. George Bush wouldn't have won in 2000. So if he didn't win in 2000, maybe he doesn't run in 2004. So the last Republican president to win the primary, or the popular vote, I should say, besides Bush's 2004 rerun, was his father in 1988, the year I was born. Actually, they were both before we were born because it was November of 88. So these systems helped the Republican Party win. and they're going to do whatever it takes to keep these systems in place to win. Just like the Patriots did what they do in order to keep winning Super Bowls.
It's insane.
Gotta win. Just win, baby, win.
Welcome back to In Our Prime. I'm super excited to be joined by our two phenomenal CEOs, because this is the first time that we are going to have like local CEOs.
Yes.
Very, very excited. I'm very excited to be joined by Farah and Sarah.
Boom.
They are the founders of Charcuterie. Is it Charcuterie? Right?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
No, you said it right.
You got it right.
It's a coup, not a chew.
Yes.
Charcuterie.
You had it, Priscilla. You had it, girl.
You're trying to correct me.
Yes, honey.
You're trying to correct me. Charcuterie Chic Philly. And you guys are the digital creators. You guys do everything. You guys are really into like fashion and lifestyle. I love it. It's fabulous.
Yay.
It's fierce. So thank you guys so much. Farah and Sarah, welcome to the show. We are so excited to have you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We are big local supporters. We love like celebrating and talking to local businesses. And so I saw your page and loved it. I'm a charcuterie fan.
Yes, she is.
Say it right. So I would assume.
You know what? It's something that I feel wasn't always as popular as it is now. So what made you guys start this? Because you guys are a very big niche.
Yes. Do you want me to take it, Sarah?
Yeah, go for it.
And honestly, like, just to answer your question of how like it wasn't like this before, I feel like because of social media, a few people get it and then it just keeps spreading like wildfire. Then all of a sudden it's like a huge niche that it wasn't originally. But so I was Sarah and I worked together full time. She's actually my boss at our full time job, and so I unfortunately had been furloughed. I'm back at work now, but I was furloughed. And so one thing that kept eating at me was that I didn't have anything to fall back on. And I was like, doing the TikToks. I was like trying to like start my fashion blog, and like things weren't sticking. Like I was just throwing things at the wall that would like and hope that they would stick, and it just wasn't. Nothing was really coming out of it. But one thing that being furloughed did give me was time to really think about what I liked, what I did, and that was fashion, that was food, that was all of this. So I just was on TikTok. So I'm happy that I did get involved in the whole TikTok craze, because I wouldn't have gotten this idea. And I saw this woman, I don't know if it was to the extent, but she was making the boxes and everything and delivering it out. And it was like her small business shout out or hustle. And I saw, and I remember it just stuck with me. I kept thinking about it. I'm like, how easy is this? Sarah and I have always done charcuterie at work for like events and everything. And it's just been a big part of us. And so I initially didn't go to Sarah first. I went to like some of my like friends, and they just looked at me like I had three heads, which I want to kind of get back to that. And then I got back to work, and Sarah and I, we just have this great relationship where we feed off of each other. Like our energies are very on the same level. And honestly, nonchalantly, I went to her and I was like, have you seen this? Like, look how cool this looks. And within 2 seconds, like, I don't even think I got my sentence done. And she was just like, all right, let's do it. What should we name it? And like, it literally just, I can't emphasize enough. It just skyrocketed from there. Within like, cause like the difference between me and Sarah, I'm a calculated person. I calculate like my decisions, and Sarah takes the lead and just like, let's do it.
I'm just a little impulsive sometimes.
That's good. I think that's very
that's
necessary.
how we balance each other. Yes. And that's how we like, I think we balance each other out. And like, I'm sometimes too calculated where we have to make quick decisions. And Sarah's like, all right, let's do it. Because I don't think I would have been able to have done this or executed it without her like quote unquote impulsive nature, but I see it as a positive because it helps in that sense. So I went to her, and I don't even know if she even thought it through. She was just like, "Let's just do it,"
I
and
love
that
it.
was really it.
I think that's
Yeah.
Sarah,
so
can you speak to that
amazing.
part?
Yeah, it was so, I don't know. I mean, Farah and myself are very creative people. We need that outlet to stay sane. And, things were a little slower since it was COVID times when we started. So when she came with me with the idea, I mean, personally, I'm not the best cook, but I do love the appetizers and making charcuterie. So, and then doing it with her, I just thought it would be so much fun. So we called up my dad, who's a lawyer, just got some of that stuff out of the way. He's got LLC, insurance, just made sure we covered all of our bases. And then we just kind of started with a quick photo shoot. And from there, like right away, we just started getting orders.
That is absolutely incredible.
From a branding standpoint, to be perfectly honest and like transparent, I do think it helped that like just us ourselves, like we're already so outgoing, and we didn't just sell the charcuterie, we sold ourselves with it. And like the friendship, we branded ourselves with it, where I feel other companies, they just brand the charcuterie and that's it, where we branded ourselves. Yeah, we branded ourselves with it. And I think
you guys are like lifestyle.
I think it was a happy accident. We did this photo shoot in her apartment, and it was just all pink. So I'm sure you guys saw it because we did those pictures all the time. And that honestly, like between that branding, and then we were lucky enough that we did a Fox 29 interview. Between those two things, I think that's what skyrocketed us, because people wanted to know more about us, but also support us. So I think that was a little different from like other companies.
I think you just dropped so much relationship knowledge as well, because a lot of people don't realize that you learn from the difficult times. So rather than like, I had this idea and I wasn't sure, but then you went to people and you didn't get the reaction that you thought you would. That's just like relationships, right? So like, you guys are like, you need the impulsive one, you need the calculated one. And as soon as you said that, I was like, that's Ken and I. I'm the risk taker. I'm like, let's go, let's do this. He's like, well, here are the facts. This is how you need to get it done.
Yeah.
So I love this relationship.
That's literally me and Sarah.
I love it. I think it's so perfect. It's like a meet cute. It's exactly perfect timing. It's great. So tell us about what kind of charcuterie boards you make, because I've seen so many, and I am like, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we've gotten pretty creative.
And we have.
We have our base charcuterie boxes. That's kind of like our main thing. Anything from selfie boxes that are kind of like good for small events where people just want a taste of everything, personal boxes that feed up to 2 people, small, large, and then we have larger trays. And all of that comes with a sample of 4 cheeses and 3 meats, and then different accompaniments. So we try and keep up with the season, what holidays are coming up.
Puppies.
Charcuterie as well for dogs.
Phenomenal naming. I love it.
Right?
I love it.
So like, we think we have a really good idea of, what people in the that are interested in charcuterie, are into and like. And on top of that, we've done bridal showers, funerals, baby announcements, like really birthdays, really anything that people want to celebrate or, an event of some sort. We've kind of got them covered with something fun and different.
I got to say that is incredible. And I'm listening to all these details and I'm like, this is a full-blown business. You guys do this by yourselves.
We do. Just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. So how do you guys handle having a side business on top of having regular business?
I wouldn't say we necessarily handle it, but
Yeah.
we make it work.
You have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're very passionate and love our full-time job, doing what we're doing. So that is like our 8 to 9 or to 5. And then on top of that, around 5 o'clock every day, we typically have something going on for charcuterie. So just the job kind of shifts and changes around that time, and then
and
go for it.
Yeah, and to be like transparent, since we're like just shooting the shit, it is hard from a mental standpoint, and there's times where luckily it's been good where either I'm having the mental breakdown or Sarah is, and so we talk each other off the ledge. And like for instance, Sunday, we had a last minute order and this and that, and I just lost it. Like I mean, like cried, and I was so
Easter weekend, holidays are always extra busy.
Yeah, and I have another job on top of that as well. So that weekend I spread myself, and I'm a ticking time bomb, and Sarah does it to herself too. Like where I'm like, it's good, and then poof, like something goes astray for it's not even the biggest deal. And so to be transparent, like we're learning as we go where we have to after that, I was like, I'm blocking this weekend. I don't care. It has to be like at least like $3,000 or more that we're making for us to take on an order. Like we have to just like give these mental breaks, because we do get to the
like sometimes we'll run out of fuel, so it's just important to take a breather sometimes and then get back into the right mindset. And it always works out.
Yeah,
and we always figure it out. So.
That's good. So do you guys have like a giant fridge in your apartment full of lunch meat and cheese?
Do you want to get us one? Because that'd be great.
Just like commercial industrial size. Like, oh, we got some salami and some Gouda. Let's cut it up. We got an order.
I think
if anybody listening wants to donate, please let us know.
Any of you are in the fridge business.
Look, I think your question
we'll sponsor you.
I think your question is, where do you guys get your products from?
No, I want to know if they actually have a deli fridge in their house or apartment.
No, but it's on our wish list. So eventually that will be happening.
But again, whoever's listening, if you want to sponsor us with a fridge, please, we'll take it. We'll plug you in every single time.
Slide into the DMs.
Slide
into them DMs and be like, I got a fridge for you.
Yeah, we get our we get our products from different. So we get like our bulk of our products from Chef's Warehouse, which is a local food vendor. And then shout out to Amanda. She's our girl. We just did a cheese tasting with her yesterday. And then we do like to make sure for like produce and like our unique cheeses that we do shop local. So we'll go to Italian Market. Reading Terminal. So we do like to try to support and shop local, even like when we go away. Like I went to Lancaster and I bought a bunch of stuff back from local places there. So shopping small. Sarah went to Boston. She brought back stuff. So like we do try to incorporate small businesses as much as we can and partner with them as well. Just because we're small and
and to be honest, like through all this, we've met so many people that want to be involved. So, if there is a small business that reaches out, we try to incorporate them as much as we can and support them as well.
Oh, that's amazing.
And do you guys ship? Like, is everything delivered by a truck?
Oh, like the boxes or?
Even both. Like if I went to order one down the shore, will you put it in a box and send it?
No.
Well,
any of you people in the box business partner up with a fridge person, and
Yeah.
But speaking of the shore, we starting this probably Memorial Day weekend, we're still figuring out timing, but we're gonna have most of our weekend orders, so like Saturday morning pickups will be at the shore, since we're in Ocean City, New Jersey, a lot of the time in the summer.
Nice.
So we do realize that like those shore goers, they definitely love their charcuterie.
I mean,
after a little beach happy hour, some charcuterie.
Oh yes.
Priscilla's reached out a few times. She's like, "So are you guys gonna come to the shore?"
Seriously, I've been waiting.
Yeah,
I've been waiting patiently. I have been. I'm about to just have to open up. I literally was like, maybe I should just open up like a cute little charcuterie place right next to like our radio location, like a little pop-up store size, and just bring over like, 40, 50 boxes and just be like, today is when we're open. Get your charcuterie. Like it'll be like a
easy, right?
right?
Sounds really easy, right?
Girl, trust. I know about this
I'm like
entrepreneurship
sweating.
life.
I'm like sweating thinking about it. I'm like,
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. So obviously, I did want to touch on being. You guys are two female CEOs, and you guys run a very successful business. Have you found it difficult at all to break into an industry where, as a Black female, being an entrepreneur, I'm not wanted, I'm not welcome, it's definitely not my space? Do you guys feel like you guys have overcome hurdles to be like, I got this, we are going to dominate this area?
So you always have the doubters and the haters, right?
Always.
Say that,
But
yeah.
I think having both of us together helps. We're a powerhouse. We have a lot of energy, and we're very friendly, and really have grown to create a great community within Philadelphia that supports us. We feel really lucky. Of course, we have our hurdles, and it's definitely not always easy.
Yeah.
But I think having each other to lean on and having some good people behind us, that's been extremely helpful.
I think from how do I put this? In that sense, it's been great, but I think from a female standpoint, at least for me, because I'm a little older, being 33, and I've had these discussions with my boyfriend where I focus, it's my 9 to 5, then right to that it's charcuterie, then right after that it's my other job. I do think that there have been hurdles that I'm still going through where I've had to prove to my relationship, like, you're still here too. And it's like, we've had the talks like, well, are you never going to not be busy eventually to have kids? And like, what's your main goal? And I think, no offense to you, Ken, is that you don't have to think about, oh, well, when am I going to make time to have a baby or something? Or when
That's
am I
true.
going to make time to do all these things? Where I have these conversations with Farah all the time, like, when am I not going to be busy to focus on that? And those are things that I don't think as a male you have to think about when you start a company, a CEO or anything.
Mhm.
Whereas me right now, I'm thinking about, okay, I have to have time. Even like today, I was joking around with Sarah. I was like, I don't even know when I'm going to have time to like get like proposed to, because I'm going to be busy. I have to block out my whole calendar for it.
Right.
And
It's
I think
very
It does
true.
sound like, yeah, like sometimes, I mean, I'm single. Hey guys. But
Yes, we have to have a little dating
Any
show,
single guys
girl.
with a fridge.
yes.
I know a girl.
But getting older, it's true, and that's a really good point, Farah, that we do talk about often, is there are those pressures of, for women especially, you have to decide between your job and a family. And Farah and I mean, I believe I could speak for both of us. We're not about the one or the other.
Exactly.
And it's just such a societal like perception that I think a lot of millennials and younger people are trying to break
Mhm.
through. But that's definitely something that we feel. Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
definitely, I feel that, and I respect that. I respect that a lot, because everyone knows Ken and I have made my profession a priority, a number one priority. And so he's somebody that is very respectful of my time and my time management and
Mhm.
stuff, but not everybody can handle that. And so
Right.
I'm 32, I've put off having a family and anything like that. And because it got so late, it's completely out of my mind. So I know I won't have children because my career comes first. Being successful comes first. Being a Black female entrepreneur, CEO, powerhouse, I need to leave a bigger legacy behind. And I think you guys are doing a beautiful job of, you guys are talking about 2 jobs, 3 jobs. balancing everything, and honestly being very positive about it and putting a positive spin on it. So I really love that. And I loved your answer about that. So I thank you for being so open and honest. And I'm sorry, Ken, you can ask another question, but I have one more after this.
So what's the weirdest board you've made?
We were like really deep, and now we're like getting.
You're right. Can I order like scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage?
This is the greatest thing about our podcast.
Charcuterie.
Is that,
Can I
like,
get a breakfast one?
Yeah, so we have like really, we could do anything. We could do candy boards, we do brunch boards, sweet and savory. We do, like we said, the charcuterie boards. So whatever, if you wanted to do a taco board, like there's really anything.
Nice.
And that's what's so fun and exciting about charcuterie. While most people think it's just cheese and meat, like there's so many cool different ways to get creative.
It's evolved.
And there's no like exact right way to do it. So you can create whatever you want.
Awesome.
And it still usually looks great.
We've definitely done you're right. Because charcuterie used to be just like the little bit of grapes, the little cheese, and
not even. I mean, the original charcuterie was just meat, just an array of meat.
Technically, charcuterie just means the meat that's on the plate. So if you're sometimes at like really fancy places and you order charcuterie, you might just get some meat
now
on your salami. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go. Where the rest of it? Where the rest of it?
Yeah,
at?
right. Yeah. Charcuterie Chic doesn't do it like this.
You guys send wine with your boards?
Funny you ask. So we have partnered with One Hope, and they always have a community fundraiser where like a percentage goes to it. But we have a rep, Shelby, who we've partnered with. Sarah has also partnered with a different wine company, and pardon me that I forget which one it was, Sarah. But I know, I'm like, I can't remember. But we have little mini wines that you can do as an add-on, but also again, like we're pretty flexible. Like, let's say you can't make it to the store and you need it, like we'll do like a service fee and go buy you your bottle of wine and just tack it on the end of the price. So like if you want that as well, by all means, it's really all about like our availability and how crazy we're feeling that day.
Yeah, I can imagine. You guys are juggling a lot. And this is my second to last question, but obviously you guys deal with a lot, and we spoke about it a little bit. Now I'm ping-ponging back to our wonderful conversation that we were having before.
Hey,
how do you guys have a fridge?
Where else do you keep your cheese and wine?
How do you guys stay, like, mental health is something that we all go through. We all need to protect. How do you guys protect your mental health? How do you guys stay positive and stay motivated?
I mean, we both have our Peloton and SoulCycle bike that we hop on every morning to get some of that stress out.
Oh, good.
I think taking care of your body, getting some exercise. We eat a lot of cheese, so we got to work that off. And then, just feeding your body healthy things. I personally, like, it's a non-negotiable for me. I need like 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night. I go to bed early.
Preach.
I will not mess with my rest, or else you don't want to be around me.
I wish I could be like that. For me, in the morning, because I'm attached to my phone 24/7, like to the point where it's like not healthy, and I acknowledge that. At least in the morning, since I've gotten my bike, and even if it's Sarah, unless like she's texting me 7 times and I'm like, oh great, this is an emergency, I won't text anyone back until I'm done my workout and I've hit the shower. Like, I just don't, like, I make it an effort. That's the only time, because then the rest of the day I'm taking a hold for my phone, so it's like glued to me. So that is the only time where I will not answer anyone, and I will make sure that I get my workout in, and that's been helpful. I mean, this is very new because I just this started in probably November, this little trend of mine, but it's been really helpful. And that's the only time where I feel like, okay, like I'm actually working on myself right now. And back to what I said before, like I just like I'm trying to make a habit for us. I'm like the calendar Nazi. Like I'm crazy with the calendar. So I'll even go to Sarah. I'll even go to Sarah and I'm like blocking things out. I'm like, we're not going to work today. We're not going to do this. Like I just think it's important, even self-care, like going to get your nails done or like getting your hair. Like I made it an effort. Like I'm not like the other day we got to the point where, and I think that like there was a dialogue between me and Sarah where I might have had to cancel something. And I kind of was just like, I can't cancel this. Like there's what, and I think we both at one point look at each other and it's like, no, you go get your hair done. Like, I'll take care of this. Don't cancel it. Like, I'll take on the bigger, or vice versa. Like, don't cancel. Like, for instance, tomorrow Sarah's taking on a bulk order because I didn't want to cancel. It sounds so like petty, but I didn't want to cancel my eyelashes and my eyebrows. Like, I needed that because like that's
you need that.
And you should not shame yourself for that.
No, girl. You
need
need mental health. You need positivity. You need self-care. You need self-love. Because the only person that's going to love you, boo-boo, is you. So you better give yourself that self-love.
Yes.
Don't ever
and
apologize.
That's a period.
Yes, period. Exclamation point. You never apologize for taking care of yourself ever. That is the number one thing. And I love that you both are saying, I schedule this out. This is what's sacred to me. This is what's important. Sleep, self-care, those moments in the morning. I think that's very important for people to know because we're all entrepreneurs and it's something where everyone's like, go, go, go. When people are talking to you, you're like, tell me about the business and tell me about how it's going and all kinds of stuff. But they never say, I schedule rest. I schedule.
It's all about boundaries. It's all. It's funny you say that. I posted something the other day on. It was on my story on Instagram, and it was just like one of those like tweets that like someone screenshots, and it was like, let's normalize the difference between being free or like I forget. I have to look for it while we're on.
That's because you availability. Your schedule doesn't mean it needs to be.
Yes. And I saw that and I was like, absolutely. Like just because like I have availability doesn't mean I'm free. Like, and it's creating boundaries. I mean, Sarah and I had like, we didn't just become all this like guru. Like we're still learning it. Like in the beginning, like we had no boundaries. It was like, all right, I guess we're doing this. I guess we're doing this. I guess we're doing this. And it was mental breakdowns after breakdown after breakdown. Because we're both very emotional people and it was just like, oh my God. And so now we're learning that we need to like just with each other, put our foot down.
Right. Like we're lucky that there's two of us, but we are starting to ask for help and we are looking to hire because we need those extra hands to grow and also just for our sanity.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay to for help. You don't have to have all the world on your own shoulders. There are people that are interested and will care and want to help.
Dropping gems.
That's a good point.
Dropping gems. I love it.
Yep.
I hope a lot of entrepreneurs listen.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, thank you. When you guys go out to eat, go to a restaurant, do you order charcuterie to kind of spy or say like, hey, maybe they're trying this and we should try this too? Like see what the competition is doing?
You do, right?
So Farah doesn't usually do that. I do. Whenever I see it on a menu, I typically will get it because I like to see what's in season, what's out there. I'm tired of the cheeses we already always use. So like seeing if there's something that we could take advantage
I'll
of.
do it every now and then. Mine's not even about buying from the competition because I'm all about supporting others. Like I've sent an Atlanta charcuterie to like my girlfriend, to Paula. We're also out in Atlanta. Or I've tried to actually. That never ended up working out. But like same thing. Like I've reached out. Like I'm not. Like mine's not even about that. Mine's honestly like I'm just so tired of cheese and meat that like I'll get like my like spurs after I like don't eat it for like a month. I'm like, okay, I'm ready again. But I just like I'm so tired of seeing it every day that I'm just like, which I never thought I would, that I'm just like, all right, give me something else. Like that's my only reason.
I got you.
Makes sense. It's a good balance you two have. It really is.
Yeah.
We're on to our last question, ladies. I have loved this conversation and I think it's great. I could definitely talk to you for forever. And whenever you guys need promotion, y'all know.
If you guys want to open up a
Y'all-
Wildwood branch,
We're just stay tuned. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay tuned.
Dot, dot, dot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that
question.
there. I'm not gonna say more to that.
There's some energy we're shooting at you, obviously. So you're
picking up what we're
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wildwood thing.
yeah.
I just want to ask, we ask all of our guests at the end of our show, do you guys feel like you are in the prime of your life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Like, did you say why?
Mhm.
That's a loaded question, but you go first because mine's loaded. I have to really think about this. What else is
Yes,
new?
I think from a professional standpoint, from a personal standpoint, from a confidence standpoint, from a financial standpoint, and just like
Check,
self-love,
check.
independence standpoint, like I just feel so good in my own skin and feel like really excited about what's ahead. I'm turning 30 in June.
Woo!
And had some big accomplishments in my 20s. So I feel really good.
Yay.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Me too.
It's funny because I feel the same way, and then and it's like how do I even describe this? Like, because I'm 33, it makes me feel weird to say that I'm in my prime, because I am. I feel like I haven't been this on top of like my level of like whatever I've been at until now, but it's until my 32 and 33, and basically checking off the same thing that Farah has. It's just interesting because you'll get those looks, and not saying that I care about it because I don't, but you'll get those like, you're 33, like, what do you mean? Like, you know what I mean? But like, I feel like I unfortunately, like, I didn't get to where I needed to get to until my 30s, and that's okay. There's a lot of brilliant people that have, but it is interesting for someone of my age to say, yeah, I'm in my prime, because you do get those weird looks and be like, oh, okay. And then it's like the whole family talk and all of that.
Oh, yes, of course. Absolutely.
That like Sarah said, I'm checking all those things off, and I'm excited for the future. Like, I do want to have a family, and I do want to have this, but I'm taking this at my pace. And right now, I've finally figured it out as far as career-wise and figuring it out. So I'm excited for the next steps. And unfortunately, I bloomed a little later than others.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't think there's ever a
Yeah.
time. Yeah. I mean, there's so many CEOs that are like 40 and 50 and they're thriving and they're killing it. So I don't think there's an actual age for success. I think it can happen at any time.
Mhm.
And it's just, it happens and you're grateful for it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I'm retiring and I'll be 32 and starting an entire new life.
Yes.
Literally a whole new life.
That's insane.
Amazing. Everyone has their own timeline.
Yeah.
It's not
Sarah
right or
always
wrong.
tells me that, because I'm always
Yes.
like, I'm 33.
Mhm.
Like,
No, girl, you can
she
do
always
whatever
reminds
you
me of that.
Yes, you can do whatever you want. You are great every single day that you wake up and you stay blessed, girl. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So you have the Instagram. Where else can we find you? I know. Yeah. She's
Go ahead, Fair.
So our Instagram is Charcuterie Chic Philly, and that's, I'm not even gonna spell the whole thing out. Just look it up.
We're gonna tag it.
You can find it.
It'll be right
And
below
then our
your names.
Yeah, our website is charcuteriechic.com. So minus the Philly, and then our email is charcuteriechicphl@gmail.com.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Am I missing anything?
On Facebook as well.
Oh,
Say
yeah,
that again,
and our
please.
Facebook Charcuterie Chic Philly.
Awesome.
Did you get it? Yeah.
Yes, we got it. We're gonna tag it. It'll all be in the podcast as well as the YouTube, so that they'll be able to easily access
Yeah, it'll be
your
on the bottom
social
line here.
media. Yeah, it'll be right underneath
Julia,
you
make sure you
guys.
plug it right
So
here.
you guys can just
where I'm
yeah.
pointing.
Right there. But thank you guys so much for being on the show. Thank you for taking out your time. I know
Thank
how
you.
busy you guys are. I am sending you lots of light and love and success, and I hope for nothing but great things in your future. It was wonderful to meet you both. Thank you so much.
And we'll see you. in
Thank you. Thank you for having us. I'm excited
Thank you.
for
Yes.
you guys.
Can't wait to taste.
Stay tuned for Down the Shore.
Oh, we will.
Down the Shore, coming soon. All right. Thank you guys for joining us for another incredible episode of
For
In Our
Farah
Prime.
and Sarah and their
Farah and Sarah.
Cooterie. Not
Charcuterie. Yeah, charcuterie.
Yes, not chuterie.
And I'm a big charcuterie fan.
You love the cooterie.
I love the brunch charcuterie.
I know. I'm pumped that they do I want a scrambled eggs and bacon.
Oh yeah,
charcuterie, and they do it.
the charcuterie game
They
has
hook it up. It's not just wine and cheese and
leveled up.
grapes.
Yes, but it's great to
Nachos.
find local small businesses and promote them and see how their growth.
The backbone of our country. Our
I know,
small
you're all
and
about
local
it.
business. Amazon and Walmart don't give a damn about us.
Yeah,
Small
true.
businesses do.
It's true. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. It has been a fun adventure thus far. I hope you guys are
It's been good.
enjoying the podcast and YouTube
Yes.
series. And you guys know we will be back again with, I think it's more female empowerment. I think I have
That's
another
fine.
female guest
Fine.
coming up.
No problem.
Yes.
no problem. Who run the world?
Girls.
There we go. We didn't even plan that. It's just what kind of vibe we're on.
And it was Beyonce. So I really appreciate that love. But thank you guys. I
Beyonce,
appreciate
always.
you supporting the podcast on YouTube. Check us out and we will talk to you guys soon.
Enjoy, guys. Be good.